So let's leave it alone, because we can't see eye to eye. There ain't no good guy. There ain't no bad guy. There's only you and me, and we just disagree. Hey, hello, how are you? How is everyone? It's good to see you. I, of course, am your one and only host, the Dungeon Delver, and of course, it's good to be seen by you. Welcome to the show. Welcome back to what we do. Week in and week out, night in and night out. So I had some funny stuff go on, but before I get to that, Wave, you love them. You love the intro quotes. Thank you very much. I like throwing them in there. I like seeing, hey, who's gonna know this? Who's gonna get this? Who's gonna glom onto this? Are they gonna go song lyric? Joseph Conrad. The good, the bad, and the ugly. You don't know. You don't know. Robert Phillips, good to see you. But anyway, let's talk about what's going on. Let's talk about what's happening. So initially, I thought, I was under the impression, I was led to believe by my own faulty mind, your stupid minds, stupid, that I was going to have to be juggling shows tonight, that I had a big stream that I was going to be going and doing over on Twitch. It was the 29th of September that my invite is for. I was wondering why none of the hosts had contacted me or given me login information. So a little bit of egg on my face. Let me just, that's right there, there's some shell in that one. So, yeah, that's what happened. But, of course, we're here now. We're going to play some Advanced Dungeons & Dragons First Edition tonight. And I'm hyped about it. And I hope you're hyped about it, too, because it's worth being hyped about. Guys, come here. No. Lean in. It's First Edition Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting 5e, or 3.5, or Pathfinder 2, or even OSE, or DCC, or White Hack, or Microlight DC. Guys, it's First Edition Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. You get it nowhere else live. Right here, okay? All right. So I hope you're going to enjoy that. I hope you're going to enjoy it. Hello, Lightmane. How the hell are you? It's good to see you. Danny H. Oh, Danny H. The chat is calling. And if you're thinking Bill's full of piss and vinegar tonight, you're half right. You know what we forgot to do last night? I've been setting this thing up over here. Now for a few weeks. This is the Monday miniature diorama that I put up for you guys, and it changes a little bit every time. And usually I'll tell you, well, there's these figures. I will tell you where these figures from. All the figures you're going to see are from Grenadier. But that's it. Lightmane, she's feeling a lot better. That's all I'm going to tell you, and we're going to get to that later. I think I should do like a curtain so you guys can't see, because I think it may be kind of obvious a little bit of what you're going to see there. That's never going to happen, Connect. So, anyway, I was talking about the miniatures. I was talking about oh yeah. So today has been crazy. I played AD&D last night, which was hilarious. By the way, hilarious. Hijinks ensued when an overeager magic user, I think I see her out in the audience there, cast lightning bolt and found out the definition of ricochet. Long story short, save for 39, fail for 78. There were only 2 casualties in the party. And my dual-classed human magic user, Dan, was like, not mine, he wasn't mine, he was one of the players at the table, was like, well, I think Bill's just being punitive. I think Bill's just like jumping ahead. Nope. Zazing! So, yeah, got him on the rebound. However, they did later in the same evening session fight and defeat a purple worm. Walk without rhythm, and you won't attract the worm. So I was quite proud of them for coming out of that. Yes, there was a character who got swallowed by the aforementioned purple worm. The dwarf, Grindel, Glup. 15 hit dice. It doesn't need much to hit and swallow. So, yeah. Connect, that spell starts at a minimum of 40 feet away from you. But anyway, yes, you find out in Pool of Radiance that if you F around, you will find out. But anyway, no, they fought and killed a purple worm and got some modicum of treasure. But hey, why are you complaining, Connect? You got another free 1,000 experience points. And so did Dan's character, Etho. That's 1,000 XP. That brings me to something else. So I have been trying to do, and I know I haven't done any in many months, Tales of Tabletop Triumph, right? You know, not D&D horror stories. Tales of Tabletop Triumph. To be positive, to lift people up, to show you guys that everything can, in fact, be awesome. Now, they don't get a lot of traction. None. Like, they get like 1/10 of the views, even that a moderately controversial Wizards of the Coast news update will get. It is what it is. The algorithm does not like positivity. I've lost subs on them. People have been like, click. And generally speaking, I just find a bunch and let them play when I'm doing stuff around the studio. I was listening to one today. Let me tell you what. The Delver will only endorse 2 horror story channels. Den of Drake and Tales Tomorrow. It's to-morrow. But generally, I don't comment on them. A girl in a bikini, lots of red text, and me going and pointing at her. Arrows, circles. Yeah, you know what? I should try that. I should try that. Positivity is overrated. Aren't you just a bucket of sunshine today? Anyway, so I was listening to one, and they were talking about somebody that went murder hobo in a campaign. And the guy playing the murder hobo, I hate saying this term, I hate nouveau Dungeons and Dragons character class terms. Wizard. It is a level title, not a class name. And you know, it's even like people, and I find it's a lot of the time with 2E fans. No offense to my fans who are also 2E fans, but they'll say, you know, it's like, oh yeah, I think the best collection of characters are a couple of fighters, a rogue, a priest, and a wizard. And I get out. Get out. But I love Temple of Elemental Evil. I put it in Forgotten Realms. Get out. 2E cleaned up so much confusing stuff. Get out. Anyway, but this guy's I'm kidding. You guys realize that, right? So this guy's talking about his character, this character in his game, Murder Hobo, and did a bunch of stuff. And the dude, like when he came into the game, said, I have played all the versions of D&D. I started with first edition D&D, so on and etc. And the premise behind the horror story, the way it was built up, was this guy can't hang with 5e. And when it came right down to it, and people were screaming at him for doing stuff like, you know, the prince is trying to talk to us and tell us, you know, how we can make amends, I back off and lob a fireball, and everybody's screaming at him, why do that? And he says, because your game is boring and it's dragging, and Dungeons and Dragons has always been about combat and getting XP, and I wanted to know how much XP the guy was worth. First of all, I don't believe that. That's a Shaggy Dog story. I don't believe that there was a person who had such unbelievable disrespect for a game, because literally the punchline is we kicked him and we were much happier. We threw him out and everybody clapped. I don't believe it for a minute. But somebody in the comments underneath made the comment, well, you know, to be honest, first edition was based on a war game, so there was no role playing in first edition, really, when you come right down to it, because all the treasure is just from killing, or all the XP is just from killing stuff. And I said, whoa, Stanley, pump the brakes. Hold up a minute. And I told the dude, I said, well, actually, no, his comment was in response to me saying first edition AD&D was the first edition of Dungeons and Dragons that had comprehensive rules for rewarding good role play. As far as I'm aware, no edition has, you played your character well, therefore you get, you know, you get better stuff. And this guy made that comment. I said, look, the war game was called Chainmail. And then I in my comment, I said, hey, dude who runs this channel, Morrow, I can cut and paste the entire section out of the Dungeon Master's Guide that explains how, but I don't want you to think that I'm just vomiting stuff into your comments. And I haven't heard back from him. I'm like, come on, man. Come on. I had my physical Dungeon Master's Guide right in front of me, cracked open to that part. Not even the PDF. Don't step to me. That's all I'm saying. You know something else I'm saying? Thursday night, and speaking of things and people that will step to us, Thursday night. Did I mention it was Thursday night? Thursday night, Matt Finch will be in the house. He will be talking about some cool stuff that's going on with Swords and Wizardry and some crowdfunding stuff that's going on. That's going to be exciting. Matt is a swell dude. I love him to pieces. Don't miss Thursday night's live interview. Next week, I believe Heidi and Eric are going to be here, but also don't quote me on that. They might not have everything all lined up exactly like they'd like to, but I'd like them to be here. Hello, Slade Wilson. How are you? So that will be Thursday of this week and Thursday of next week. Tomorrow, Kyle is here. Friday, we will be back in Fighting Trim playing Gamma World 1E. If you've never seen our Gamma World 1E games, you're going to want to be here. You're going to want to be here for Gamma World First Edition. Don't miss it. I won't tell you again. So subscription-wise, Subscribble-wise, we're at 47.88. Like I said, we're 47.90. I think maybe a couple people scooted off. They couldn't, you know, they couldn't hang, but that's okay. That's okay. Somebody else will get those chairs. But moving right along. Who is doing that? So we will be playing GW on Friday because you guys like it. And then Monday we'll be back for Monday Roundup. Monday we'll have mail call. We've got a mail call coming next Monday. It's only Tuesday, so I don't really want to get too far into next week. It just gets kind of ridiculous at that point. But let's look at the miniature diorama this week. I'm not going to describe this. I'm going to show it, and I want you guys to tell me if you recognize it. I want you guys to tell me if you recognize it. So let's go over to Studio 2. Does that look familiar? Those are all Grenadier miniatures. That's not a great angle. Let me see if I can bring it down a little bit. There we go. Little out of focus. Does it look familiar to you guys? Grenadier miniature, and of course, Grenadier miniature. These two are a couple of the first miniatures I ever painted as a kid, and that is the original paint. That is Azarath the Dragon. Yes, aside from that, Dungeon Minister, does that look familiar to anyone at all? Does that bring up any particular memories? Does that sort of I think I see an answer. Dungeon Minister, you are disqualified. That is not it. Well, Coolite, if it's obvious, say it. So I was like, I gotta set this one up for this week. I moved the inn. The inn is actually over in the middle of the table. Vaughn Gifford nailed it from the 3-point line. That's right. That is the J. Eric Holmes box set cover. I'll get that for you. Hang on a second. Behold. You guys can't see that. There you go. Red Dragon there. I just thought it was pretty cool. I just thought it was pretty neat that I was able to actually make that happen. So I had to share it with y'all. And I hope you appreciated it. I hope you enjoy what's going on over there. I've got to get a better setup, whether I put it over there or something. Because right now I'm like, you see this tripod, you see the boom handle there. I basically have no way to go that way, and this route over here is completely closed off too. I am locked in. So that's what I got going there, and I was pretty happy about being able to do that. And we have folks filing into the green room. We'll be playing some first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons here in about 10 more minutes. Fire hazard. Yeah, no kidding. Get the DM while he's trapped, Kambragi says. So you just have the box? Just a box, no contents? What is the logo on it? Is it the moon face, the wizard, or is it the lizard man logo? Orbital Air. Because you can get the stuff and build your own box set. I mean, I got a Moldvay box set, or a Moldvay box. I snapped it up for like $15 shipped from an RPG auction on Facebook, and I was over the moon. I'd love to have an expert set box set. I don't know. There's 29 folks out there, Vaughn. I don't know. Old Grognard, are you in the house? I'm going to start drinking my Ace pineapple before it gets warm. A fresh squeezed pineapple. Ace, if you want to do some kind of endorsement deal, reach out to me. My contact information is on the YouTube page. Not going to nurse that. Going to have a big old gulp. The door behind me leads into an outer garage that would require several feats of dexterity for me to get to the garage door, which would then require a feat of strength for me to wrest open. I have cleaned it up somewhat, but there's still like an old rolled up futon mattress, a Little Tykes Princess toy chest, which is about the size of a modern bathtub, sitting out there, and a bunch of bicycles and some other odds and ends. And the toy box and the mattress they've got to go, man. They've got to go. Which monsters were? Oh God, so many, Vaughn. Gelatinous cubes, green slimes, black puddings, yellow mold, ochre jelly, mustard jelly, brown mold, gray ooze, owl bears, oatjugs, neo oatjugs, bullywugs, drow. Yes, drow. Gary took the name drow from the Norse. It was originally trow, but trow were not described as obsidian skinned elves. They looked like kobolds. Let's see what else. Quote unquote true trolls, although those really come from 3 Hearts and 3 Lions. What else? Beholders, of course, beholders, and as it follows, eyes of the deep. Some demonic presentations. Although not the demon princes. Succubi, obviously not. Erinyes, no. Sturges, who take their name from Strigoi. Sturges are purely Dungeons and Dragons. Just kind of going down the mental list here. I already said Eye of the Deep. Floating Eye. Blink Dogs. Displacer Beasts. Etten, I believe Etten. Gary was exceptionally well read. Now, this came up. I'm going to try and cram this in the few minutes we've got here. Gary, so a year or so ago, my daughter watches this very funny literature and history exploration channel called Overly Sarcastic Productions. Wonderful cartoons put together by a lady who really knows her historical and literary stuff, and she kind of crams everything down into just quick mentions and interpretations. She talked about Jorogumi, shrine maiden ghosts in Japan. Guess what? Shrine maiden ghosts typically come in two forms: spiders with the face of beautiful human women, and formless ghosts called yokai. Now, Gary loved Asian things. I absolutely think he took the demonic form of Loth and the Yoklal, her handmaidens, formless ghosts, are formless creatures of smoke who could appear as beautiful women, just like shrine maiden ghosts, rather, could do. I mean, I think it's as plain as the nose on my face, and my nose is pretty prominent. Yeah, ogre mage is definitely. Oh, congratulations, Collecting Chaos. That's awesome. That is fantastic. Good for you, man. Driders, yeah, probably. Now, here's the interesting thing. Some of the ghost stories, like the Shrine Maiden ghost, forgive me, this kind of steps into monster girl waifu territory, and I apologize for that. It's not me, I promise. Some of the myth and legends have them where, like, obviously some of their victims, depending on the telling, get taken off and horribly killed. Some of the other ones, and again, blame this on the Japanese. This is not Bill trying to take you to a mystical, dare you enter my magical realm moment. But some of the stories have the shrine maidens. Basically, they're lonely and they're looking for husbands. The guys still disappear. They still leave broken-hearted families, sometimes wives and children. But it's not that they want to just drag them off and eat them, cut them to pieces, and put them in a stew pot, gut them, wear their skin around and all that. It's that some of the tellings have it that they are genuinely just lonely. So that got left out of the drow mythology. I have heard that as well. North of the Rockies, I have heard that also. They are comproggy. They really are. You gotta. It's like you hit the ones that are uplifting, and it's like, oh, and then you get the ones where it's like, I would just like you all to come and sing. And then the village priest shows up, exorcism, and she crumbles to dust and blows away on the east wind. You're like, she just. But anyway, so there's a little bit of inside baseball. I absolutely think Loth and her handmaidens are from Shrine Temple ghost women. Hello, Deadly Dungeon Master. It's good to see you. So anyway, we're gonna get going here because there's 37 of you waiting to see some AD&D mayhem. You know what? If you guys would share this link around on Facebook, on Twitter, and that sort of thing. I was in such a hurry, like I didn't even put the link up this evening after I did it. So, anyway, let me don my headphones and welcome our players for the night. The word of the day is legs. Spread the word. And let us say hello to the right layout. Let us say hello to the one, the only Doomsword Deathmasters, Vrug Dorn.
What's up?
Let us greet the halfling thief with a hearty handshake before he steals your wristwatch and say hello to Mark, who will be playing Grimsby.
Bonjour. Bonjour.
Sir, occasionally appearing in these episodes, everybody give it up for Kevin as Tonstal.
Hey, I'm still alive.
Yes, you may have to go later if you have a meeting, and then we'll have our Tonstals removed.
I'm skipping that meeting. I'm giving him notice now. So
excellent.
Good. Meetings are overrated.
So now the remaining question is: do we get Mobius as Duran, or do we get Mobius as Metallus? Let's find out and welcome that cleric around town, the one, the only Mobius as Duran. Mobius, can you hear me? Can you feel me near you?
By your command.
Woohoo! All right, everybody. Welcome one and all. Last week, you had all fought your way out of the Caves of Chaos and returned to the Keep on the Borderlands with a not inconsiderable amount of loot that you spread amongst your fellows. There were injured. There were people who were injured. A week has passed since, and you had gone back into the caves to confront orcs. You've slain more than a few, and you now, I'm doing my South African, you now stand back in the Caves of Chaos. You are now back in the Caves of Chaos in the Orc Lair. Gentlemen, what are your intentions?
All right, so we left off. So we went into that one room, right? And we fought off we chased off the females. We fought off the combatants, chased off the females and the children up to the north, and then we came back around and found the chieftain's lair, right? Or at least the chief's lair.
That is correct.
And we all went in there, and we were ready to engage in combat.
Okay.
I think that's where we were, right, Mark?
All I have in my notes is orcs! ! So that sounds
yeah. Yeah, and I think we were talking about TK potentially using the wand, but he's not here. Happy birthday, TK. And
yes, happy birthday to Thane Kyle. Happy.
Right, and Kevin and Mobius weren't here, right? Or Mobius was here.
Duran was here.
Right.
I recall not being
couldn't
here.
hear me.
Right.
So, Tonstal, you catch up with the party. You march to the sound of the drums, and by following the carefully laid clues of dead bodies and some assistance from the lone man at arms who's keeping an eye on the horses near the caves, he says, I think they went up there, my lord. You're able to make your way into the cave entrance. So, yes, you guys were in room. I'm not going to bother telling you the number. It won't mean anything to you anyway. But the great ugly orc with his scimitar, he is spoiling for a fight. Ah, you intruders! What do you want?
Did he have some? Did he have some dudes around him? Did we parlay him or anything like that? I don't think we did anything, right?
You have not parlayed him. There are 2 females in this room with him.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. My parlays don't work out very well.
I have a charisma.
I'll try anyway.
All right.
Try to buy some time, so I'll parlay.
Okay. And there are 2 females that appear to be as large as orcs. What do you say to him?
I am Vrug Dorn. I killed your mother, and you're next.
All right. I'm not
parlay.
even bother
That's
rolling.
parlay.
That's not a parlay. That is a threat.
Thought maybe they were your type for a second, but no.
Where did he learn how to parlay?
It's a mom joke.
He did parlay. He said, "Hey, hold on a second. I want to talk to you," and then he threatened him.
I do have charisma A versus orcs.
You do have charisma 8 versus orcs. He says, "Kill that one." So you're in about a 20 by 20 room. What? Okay, you've attempted to parlay. Vrug, what are you doing?
Charging.
Okay. Mark, what about Grimsby?
Grimsby's going to try to hide in shadows / move silently to get around towards the back.
It's one or the other, but okay.
I'll start with hide in shadows then.
Start with hide in shadows. Okay. Kevin Tonstal walks into the room just as this is going down. What do you wish to do?
I'm charging.
All
Say,
right.
I hate orcs and whatever you are.
All right. And how about Duran?
Duran's gonna start casting a spell of light on that lead orc's eyes.
Okay. Then why don't we start at the top of the rotation? If you would, please, Doomsword, roll initiative for the party.
Oh, nice.
I got a 1. I didn't see your roll.
It's a 1.
It's a 1. Let me.
I don't know why you didn't see it.
Page might be hosing up. I got a message from them earlier.
Somebody just sent you a bunch of dice. Somebody who not love you very much.
Take your pick.
Yeah. Let's just sweep that off there. Oh, please tell me that's gonna go away. All right. I'll have to stop this.
I think this newfangled dice thing isn't working.
No, it's giving us problems tonight. Let's see. Switch it back on. Nope, they're still there.
Those aren't even. I. That's weird.
Yeah,
I haven't even rolled. Those are my dice, though.
All right.
Let me
Take a half a moment.
Let me refresh and see. Okay, I mean they're not on my screen, Bill.
All right. Bear with us just a second here, guys. We got to get the dice roller going.
I did jump in at like 6:15 or something, and as soon as I opened the window, it threw out like 18 dice, and then it started acting. Yeah.
Well, that's not exactly what I want. It's not transparent, but it'll have to do for now. So we'll just have that up in the corner. Okay, so let's do our initiative roll again, since the dice roller was obviously screwing up, and Dungeon Master gets a 2. Party gets a 5. Okay, charges go before initiative. Those of you charging with a capital C, Vrug, are you charging at the leader type? And Tonstal, are you charging at the leader type?
Yes.
Also, yes.
All right. Make your attacks, please.
All right, this will be a +4. I don't know why I rolled 2.
Well, it doesn't matter. You missed.
Right on.
+5 for me. That's a 20, adjusted to 20.
Yes, that is. So you hit him.
All right. Is he large or just medium?
No, he's man-sized, but for an orc, that is pretty big.
That's pretty big. Yeah. So 1d8 +3. That's 10 points of damage.
That is 10 points of damage? Good lord.
Take that! Whatever you are.
That's how you do it.
Okay. He staggers back, obviously in a great deal of pain, and he is swinging his mace back at you, Tonstal.
Okay. I got an AC of 1.
All right.
Unless charging makes me lose some dex.
It does. It brings you down to an AC of 3, actually. Okay. So let's see here. In AD&D, when you execute a charge maneuver, it lowers your ability to defend yourself because you're just ass over tea kettle headed straight into the teeth of the battle. So
AC 3 then.
And he actually connects with you with his mace.
Ouch.
He clouts you for 2 points of damage.
Okay, so I got a question. What did I end with? Last session? Was I?
No, you weren't with the party last session.
All right. So
yeah, right. You were healed up.
Say again.
You're right. I assume you were healed up. It was 4 days, and we had the cleric and whatnot in off time. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but
no, that is essentially correct. Okay.
Right. So now I know how to adjust it. Yep, I'm good.
Yes, that is +2 to hit, -2 to defense, or no shield bonus.
Right.
All right. So let's roll here for the 2 females. One is attacking Vrug, and that is a miss. The other is going to also attack Vrug, since Daddy has it well in hand with the filthy Humi. But both of those miss Vrug. All right. It is a new round. You are attempting to move quietly. Yeah, there's no shadows in this room, really. You're like, I'm a leaf on the wind. So yeah, you're not sure that you're really remaining unhidden. So let's get directions. And Duran, you are casting prayer. Or no, light. You were casting light into the fellow's eyes. That's right. I'm sorry. I get you confused with our cleric from last night. He does not make a saving throw, so he's like, he is at -4 to hit now because he's blind. He's just waving the mace around trying to strike somebody. So let's go ahead and get declarations. Doomsword, what is Vrug Dorn doing?
Most certainly attacking the leader.
Right on. Mark, how about Grimsby? You have moved about the room, not at all silently, not at all hidden.
Am I at least behind?
You're on their flanks. They're not rushing out.
I'll keep moving around. I'm still attempting to be sneaky about it.
Okay. All right. Kevin, what about Tonstall? Just to instabulate?
Yep, hacking on the leader wherever he may go.
All right. Duran, you have performed the rite of the holy laser pointer. What would you like to do now?
Well, since I'm still by the door, I guess I'll take my sling out and try to nail one of those ladies between the eyes.
This is a family show. Thank you. But anyway, you will be firing into melee. I'm just letting you know that.
Aren't the females to each side of the male? And if those guys are fighting the males, then
There is a general melee going on. All right. Let's roll initiative. And Mark, roll initiative for the side, please.
Yes, sir.
Big money.
Yes, I did get big money.
I got bigger money.
You guys got bigger money. Missile fire goes first. Fire your slingstone. 15. All right. This guy is he doesn't even see it coming. So let's see. You manage to not hit one of your companions, and you do prang him. Roll your damage. You've got a great bright spot to aim at. So, yeah, you hear a nice meaty thud and a clank as he hits the floor. Melee attacks, please.
All right, I'll go. Oh yeah, 16. AC 4 or AC 6. Sorry.
You hit one of the females. Roll your damage.
Well, I was hoping I had declared to attack the main bad guy.
Well, he's lying on the floor. You can certainly attack.
Oh
him.
yeah. No, thank you. Yes, I'll hit one of the females.
I'll make sure you're down.
Whatever.
I don't know why Brug sound like a pirate. Yar.
Shimmer me timbers, biatches.
All right, 8 points of damage, and you slay her.
Nice.
Raining blood. Oh, that's Slayer. Sorry, different.
I rolled a 10.
8 with various boni. That is a 10. She is. All right. Let me see. Hang on. Fightar 110. Oh yeah, that's nope. You don't damage her. She realizes she's fighting for her life. She's gonna fight for her life to party. So she's gonna swing on Vrug and hits him.
Ouch.
In a last act of defiance.
Damn it. Oh well.
Jabs you with her poignard and does 2 points of damage.
Man. That was a nice roll, though.
Is it time to chase in the she-orc?
That's Grimsby's job.
Okay, yeah, Grimsby. You going to try and get in and get on her flank?
Sure. Why not?
All right. Okay.
Let me make a roll.
She's going to capture you and carry you around in a bag like a toy.
And that's just one. That's just one of my daggers. The second dagger also hits.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. Ah! So you gig her a couple of times. Roll your damage.
Yep. 4,
3.
3. Sorry, and 4 +1 because it's +1 dagger. So 8 points.
Everything that's inside of her is now on the floor of this room. And that is the end of it. Hey, Ian Wise, good to see you. Welcome back, my friend. Haven't seen you here in a minute or two.
For sure.
Oh yeah, I'll throw in some of the 80s metal references if you guys want. Exodus. I was doing some Slayer earlier, but yeah, she is dead, dead on the floor, as is the other one. They are both deceased.
So that's the end of what we had in here.
That is the end of what you had in there. And to explain this room a little bit that you're in, the orc leader was clad in mail, had a big kite shield. The room is carpeted, has tapestries upon the walls. One of them covers there's north, south, and west, I should say. The chieftain has you can see he's got a belt pouch, and he's got a kind of a fancy looking ring on one hand.
Well, let's divest him of those items.
Okay.
I trust you to get it done, Grimsby. And to not cheat us either.
I won't cheat you.
Grimsby, his pouch is heavy with coin, and the ring looks like probably not orc make. That, or he went to the Florida Institute of Technology and is a Gemini to go by the stone color in it. But all kidding aside, it is a ring set with a gem. You estimate it's worth in the high hundreds of gold pieces. I don't mean like 190. I mean like 600, 700, something like that.
Fantastic.
The shield seems well balanced. And the two females, if you're searching them, let's see. Are you searching them?
Yes.
Nothing of interest other than 15 more gold pieces.
How much was in the belt pouch that the chief had?
31 gold pieces.
Okay. And does any of his mail or mace or shield look especially good, or just sort of okay?
The shield looks especially good and is very lightweight. It's not even that cumbersome to you. You don't know how to, hide behind one, but you're like, you take this home back to the Shires, and on particularly cold winters, hobbitlings would have so much fun sliding down hills on this.
I'll use it.
Hey, that looks a little big for you.
I'm using it to carry all the stuff. It'll be fine.
Let me see it.
Okay, dump it all out here.
All right.
Daron would like to look at some of the tapestries, and more importantly, he's like pull them off the wall and look behind the tapestries.
Okay. The tapestries they're threadbare. They were once fine. The orcs kind of understand aesthetic things, but so let's see here. A moment. All right, nothing there. Okay, on the western wall, you actually do find, poking around, that there is a door behind that curtain, that tapestry, rather.
Hey, boys, found another exit out of here. There's a door on this wall.
Really?
It's an exit, or
Exit, entrance, something. It could just be a room. I don't know. Something. It's a door.
Let's finish tossing this room first. Let's go out that way.
For sure.
Is there anything else like bedroll, bedding to poke around and make sure we're not missing hidden treasure?
Yeah, it's battered stuff, but you don't find anything.
Okay.
Now, as far as the door, I told you the wrong one, and I apologize. It is on the south, not on the west. It is on the south wall, not on the west, but
Okay.
otherwise it is as I described it.
Guess I move aside for Grimsby to come take a look.
Okay.
All
See
right.
if it's booby trapped.
Grimsby will come see if there is a trap upon it.
Alrighty, let's see.
I have a 35% chance.
A 35% chance.
Fart chance.
Fart. 35% chance to fart. Grimsby, you are sure that that is not a trapped secret door.
Awesome. Can I determine how to open it?
Give me a D6 roll.
A D6 roll. No.
No, you feel around for a catch, but you cannot locate one.
In the meantime, I'd like to show this shield to Tonstal, being that it's been thrown over to me. What do you make of this, dwarf?
I'll take a look at the shield.
Seems wieldy.
Yeah, it is a medium kite shield. It is exceptionally well balanced. Like, wow, how is this thing so good? A piece of beaten sheet metal this thick and this large should be dragging your arm down, and it's literally like a child's practice buckler, if that.
Wow, this is a pretty amazing piece of equipment here, Vroog.
Yeah, any dwarf metallurgy.
Yeah, can I see what it's made out of?
Steel.
It is steel. Okay.
Yeah. Well enough. You use one?
I use a shield, but do you not use one?
Can you tell if your people
I
made
use
that,
the
maybe?
shield too.
Well,
I smash my opponents out of my way with it.
yeah. I mean, I think it was handed to you. It's probably good for you to use unless you have no use for it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be a good half
Yeah,
man.
you are.
Well, I shall hang on to it then, unless you think it is better suited to you.
Okay, I went back and had a check on the map, and there was something behind the western tapestry. There was an alcove that did not have a door, and I apologize for missing that earlier. It was down where I couldn't read it. Let me see.
Down
Please
where
don't
you
be a
can read
snake.
it.
Please don't be a snake.
Well, I wasn't going to make it a snake, but now that you bring it up.
Well, I need to use my X card.
Oh, right, of course.
Python.
I'm using mine too. F it. Let's all use our X cards.
Wasn't that your S card?
Yeah, it's S card.
Yes.
I
Look at
want more snakes.
There are not enough snakes in here. I don't like that. All right, so there it is, area T. See, I was zoomed in and missing things. Okay, in that niche behind the thing, there are 2 complete suits of chainmail here. One looks like it's for dwarf, one that would fit a man, elf, or half orc. There is a locked iron chest here. There are 4 long swords also.
Woohoo! I hit the jackpot, boys.
Yeah. Hey, come spend some gold coins over here. This one's paying off.
So besides the locked box, which I'll check in a second, do any of the other armor and weapons also look like especially nicely made, like that shield was?
They're better than usual orc make. They're not, they're not like exceptionally light or anything, but they're absolutely serviceable.
Well,
We should at least take it home with us.
Out, and I say in Dwarvish on Yellow over at Tonstal, this should fit you in Dwarven.
Oops, that is not the dice I wanted to roll. I'm sorry, what did you say, Mark?
Darren was saying he was going to pull out the Dwarven size chainmail and in Dwarven yell over to Tonstal and say that this should fit you.
Yeah, it looks like it would, but I think what I have might be better for me, more suited.
Oh. Maybe.
I mean, it's intact. The chain's
Put it in the
intact.
bucket. And
Okay.
I pull out the box and pass it over to Grimsby.
Yep.
And then I pull out the swords and the other suit of chainmail.
So Grimsby, as you're poking around in there, you note that there is a boulder in the back of the room that looks kind of interesting. Seems a little out of place. In the back of the alcove where the arms and armor were.
Okay. So I will now put the box on the queue and now look at the boulder.
Okay. It looks like a rock set against the wall.
You said that it seemed odd, so it's out of place.
Yeah.
Farouk, you're large. Come over here.
Aye.
Can you move this rock, please?
What's in it for me?
The treasure that's behind it. A share of the treasure, of course.
All right, then. Fair enough.
That logic.
Man, I guess I'll yank that thing off the wall and... Yeah. Thanks for screwing me, Mark.
You just don't move that rock as he leans back around the wall.
I yank it off the wall and throw it to my left side.
Give me an open doors check, please.
One open doors check only? Made it.
Well, two. Okay, yeah. So you're able to pry it out. Lying in the niche, there is a rolled up leather tube with cork caps on the end, and sitting next to it is a dusty crystal vial of a dark green liquid.
Yeah, there's woman stuff back here.
Oh, there's another potion that Vrug can taste and it'll become poison.
I ain't doing that anymore.
Surely it couldn't happen a third time.
Yeah, what are the odds I'd give that to you?
Knowing you, 100%.
Hey, I ain't never tasting nothing again, man.
I resemble that remark.
Okay, so we have the chainmails, the swords. We have an iron box. We have a scroll tube and a crystal vial with green liquid.
Yes.
I guess the next thing for Grimsby to do is to take that iron box and see if he check for traps. Check for traps, and then see if he can unlock it.
All right.
And is it like this big or is it this big?
It's it's about maybe 2 feet wide, a foot high, 18 inches deep.
Okay. But not okay. So that's pretty big.
All right.
I'm gonna watch exits for anything approaching us or whatever.
Okay. You don't think it's trapped?
I like how you say that. Then I will try to unlock it.
All right.
I want to take a look at that other door that Mark couldn't open, or Grimsby.
The mimic, enraged that you put your lockpicks into its nose. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you're. It's not budging. The lock's not budging.
Okay. Well, we'll just have to carry this out. I can maybe I'll look at it in a better light.
I'll throw it over my shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah, and when you do position it on your shoulder, you hear a rattle of coins from within.
Aye, this be full of jewel, or coin, or both.
I'm ignoring that roll that I just saw. And shall we go to the secret door?
Well, that's where I was going, and I was looking at the
Reality, Mark, is that which does not go away when you elect to ignore it.
I'm ignoring that roll. I'm still ignoring it, Bill.
We go over to bust the door in, maybe force the door.
Yeah, I couldn't open the secret door, so maybe we could get Vrug again with the promise of wealth behind it. He could open it up for us.
All right, I'll drop the chest off my shoulder to the back, let it crash down on the floor.
Breakables, Brood.
Yeah, man. This
That's
is
when
the
Bill started
breakable.
pulling on the potion misability table.
Who
Okay.
cares?
As you're doing that, from behind you, you hear a cry of surprise, not capital S surprise, but a cry of warning from one of your men-at-arms. Ah, what are these fat rat-like bats? And you all turn around, and they look like rat mosquito bats. They have these long proboscis. There's 4 of them squeaking and flapping around you all. They're sturges. They are sturges. There are 4 of them, and conveniently, one is flapping over to Vrug, one is flapping over to Grimsby, one to Tonstal, and one to damn it, not Mobius, to Duran. So
because I'm so short, it'll take them longer to get to me.
It'll take them less to suck your blood.
Just when you nut, but she keeps sucking. All right, let's start off. What is Vrug doing? Bleh, come to me, half-orc, bleh.
Yeah, so that thing's basically going to be in my face by the time I can attack it or whatever.
Yeah, they've kind of flapped in and are milling around the ceiling.
Yeah. So I have my new test shield, and I'm going to hack it with my longsword.
Okay. Mark, what is Grimsby doing?
Is this melee range or missile range for me?
It's going to be in melee range.
Okay, then both daggers out and backing away and trying to stab things.
Okay. Kevin, what about Tonstal?
Yeah, he's going to attack the dirty rats.
Okay. You dirty rats. You dirty rats that drank my brother. Okay. And Mobius, what about Duran?
Duran's going to hit one with his staff.
All right. The men-at-arms are getting ready with their spears. Sir Standard says, something snarky to them. Well, knock them down, kill them. Show me what great warriors you are. So you guys were not surprised by the wandering monsters. So let's go ahead and roll initiative. And I think we'd gotten to Mobius. Roll initiative for the side, please. I got a 4. Mobius.
Yeah. It's got a double-clicking mouse.
Oh, okay. You guys got a 5. All right, let's start the attacks with Vrug Dorn.
Come on. Oh, yeah. 16.
16 will be sufficient to hit. Roll your damage.
Come on. Oh, yeah. 11.
You just... So there's 3 Sturges now. Mark, how about Grimsby?
Okay. First one with a +1. That misses. Second one with nothing. That also misses. Never mind.
All right, and the physics engine put that one exactly where the other one was. Kevin, how about Tonstal?
17.
That will hit.
Eat this. 10 points of damage.
Oh, yeah.
There are 2 Sturges remaining. Yes, how about Duran?
I got 1 elf.
Why did I even bother sending these things? And after you, let me just...
I'm going to yell over my shoulder at Vrug to get the door, though.
Close the door. What are you, born in a keep? Let's see. I'm going to check that, though, because you rolled a 16. Cleric drew in 16. Yeah, that would actually connect, and you did a point of damage. Men-at-arms, 3. I will roll them. Actually, there's 2, because there's 1 man-at-arms resting back at the keep. There's 1 man-at-arms watching the horses, so...
True.
A couple of men-at-arms stabbing with spears.
Ooh.
Okay.
Look at that.
They stab at the one that was fighting Duran and kill it. There is 1 Sturge left, and it is flapping around over Over Grimsby, yes.
Tell the men at arms, you're earning your pay today, boys.
What is Grimsby's armor class, please?
Negative 15. No, 4. It's 4.
4. Okay, this thing kind of flutters. You're like, ah! And it lights on you and jabs a proboscis in you and proceeds to drink your blood. I want to suck your blood. Let's see.
I was this close to leveling up. My pension.
And this thing has turned you into a Capri Sun.
Yes.
All right, so in this round, it is going... I'm going to suck your blood.
Yeah, I seen a super in there. I don't know if you've seen it or missed it.
No,
or...
I missed it. That is 3 points of damage that Grimsby takes.
Did you say 3?
3, yes.
Okay, good. I'm at 0.
Oh, Grimsby falls to the floor. Vaughn Gifford says, I came across RPGA tournament module submission guidelines. You want so badly to make a module, want me to make a module that breaks them. Who knows? Maybe. That sounds kind of fun. And thank you for the super, Vaughn. Thank you very, very much for the super. It should have shown up in Start. I don't know why it didn't, but yeah, so Grimsby cries out in pain. Now, my unconsciousness rules are if you're at exactly 0 and you receive some kind of healing, you don't suffer the death's door, you're out for a week, that sort of thing. So Grimsby is just unconscious, and this thing is kind of slowly flapping its wings as it is getting ready to take another suck on him.
So it's sucking on him?
Yes, it has lid on him.
Like
and
a skeeter?
Yes, sucking on him. Just grab it and squeeze Grimsby's blood back in.
Yeah, give me all the hit points back.
Yes. So what is Vroog Dorn doing?
I don't think I have one near me, so I'm going to have to try to hack that one away.
That is the only one left.
All right, that's what I'll do.
All right. Kevin, what about Tonstol?
If there's space for me to hack the other one, I'll go do that. Otherwise, I will attempt to tend the fallen friend.
That is the one that the lone remaining Sturge is on.
Okay. Well, I mean, is there space for me to attack it, or?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what I'm going to do.
You know what I do? I just grab the halfling by the ankles and beat him against the floor until you crushed the Sturge. Well, that's just me.
That's what I was going to do.
And Mobius, what about Duran?
Moving towards my fallen comrade.
All right. And the men-at-arms have their spears out, and they will gingerly try and stab the things. What I'm scared. What if we got a piece of hot wire and then jabbed it like a tick? We could, kill it like a tick. So we don't have to roll initiative, but you guys need to roll to hit it. So it's small, and you're trying not to crush your friend, so you're not getting any bone-eye to hit it or anything. So we'll start with Vroog. 18.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. And that actually finishes it off because it had taken damage. So, pop! There's a spray of warm blood. Most of it is probably Grimsby's.
So Darren rushes up. It's like, out of the way, out of the way. Kneels down beside Grimsby and
Okay.
casts Heal Light Wounds on him.
Cure Light Wounds. Grimsby. Well, congratulations, Grimsby. You're conscious again.
Woo!
Welcome back to the living, my son.
You're so cold, so terribly, terribly cold. But you're back on your feet now. And now let's see if anything heard that.
Ah,
Damn it!
I'm going to disbelieve. Do I get a +4 to disbelieve you die roll?
You may absolutely roll a die and add +4 to it, Mark, if you'd like, if it would make you feel better.
It'll make me feel better. There. An 8.
There you go, +4. A total of 12. Truly a prominent amount.
Grimsby's going to play dead.
We're going to have a little fun with this. Grimsby, you think you hear the sound of...
My mother calling.
Yes, actually. You think you hear the sound of almost a dozen halflings around you. You're in the Shire. It's a warm spring day. Your friends are around you. You're a butterfly lights on your arm, and you feel sleepy, like you just want to take a nap as your friends are surrounding you.
No, not that many potatoes. That's too many potatoes.
Potatoes.
You've had 2 potatoes, yes, but what about second 2 potatoes?
2 potatoes, yes. All right, so yeah, Grimsby, you're conscious. Nothing comes in there. I will tell you guys, the Wandering Monster table for this level, I just rolled up a possible encounter with 3 to 18 halflings. And it is incumbent on the Dungeon Master to ignore dice rolls that don't make any damn sense. Why 10 halflings would just be marching through an orc lair is a little...
They're coming to find me. Maybe I owe the money.
Yeah, that's probably
There he is. There, Grimsby. Grab him by the ankles. All right. So, Grimsby, you've got your hit point back. You're up on your feet. Your hairy feet. What do you guys wish to do? You have discovered a secret exit to the south. The niche has been cleaned out. So, if you put that on your map, go ahead and draw a line through it. That's right. If you've got a niche, scratch it.
I'm definitely ignoring that.
Not even the crickets wanted anything to do with that.
We're faring pretty well. We can continue or we can go back to the keep. I do
You're
thirst.
faring pretty well, as he's still wiping some blood off his chest. You're faring pretty well.
Yeah, well, you never counted in the first place.
I don't have the energy to even fight you on that one. Can you open that door?
Do we go deeper? Or we go home?
There's probably, if we don't open the door, there's a pile of gold behind it. So open up the door to see if it's a monster or a goat or a car.
You heard the little one.
Schrodinger's...
I guess we do as told. Yeah, Schrodinger's.
Yeah, Schrodinger's secret door.
Yeah, I'll try to open it, whatever.
All right. Okay, give me a d6 roll, please.
That's a fail.
Does not want to budge. Anybody else want to try?
I'll put my shoulder to it.
All right.
See if I can knock it open. This is a nasty ass door.
Okay, that's
All right.
That's too much for us. Let's go home.
All right. Does Duran want to attempt to open the door?
Do it.
We might have loosened it up.
Yeah, put some shoulder into it, man.
Okay, Grimsby's going to try, and if I roll a 6 as well, we're definitely going home.
We're gonna knock it down with an X's. This
Just chop the hell
door.
out of
Okay,
it.
roll for it.
All right. It wiggles a little bit when the halfling runs into it. A man-at-arms lowers his shoulder. It won't budge. Another man-at-arms lowers his shoulder. Moves a little bit more.
All right.
And then Sir Standard walks up and goes, it opens inward.
Yeah, Sir Standard walks over and just hooks his hand through a knot hole and pulls it inward towards you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I told you guys.
I am smart ass elf.
We definitely loosened up.
Pointy ear bastard.
Medville School for the Gifted.
Just so. Okay, so in this chamber, there is a table, 2 chairs. There's a wooden chest to one side. It is not locked. There's no sort of catch on it. On the other side of the room, which is very dusty, it does not look like anyone has been in this room for a long time. There is a barrel, a bucket, not a barrel, a bucket about half full of stagnant-looking black water.
No other exits?
Not any that you immediately see, no.
It's like the orcs didn't know this was here. Maybe there's some old treasure. Grimsby's going to go in like the fool he is and check that chest for traps.
All right.
Vroog's going to follow like an idiot and check out the black water.
Okay.
Don't drink it, Vroog.
Grimsby, you're
I ain't
absolutely
drinking it.
certain that there are no traps on that closed chest.
Then I
Unless
open
anyone
it.
wants to super chat that there's a guillotine trap on that closed chest, in which case there will be. Okay. Yeah, there's no chest on it, Grimsby. There's no trap on it, Grimsby.
Then I open it.
Okay. Inside the chest, there are 2 swords, 2 daggers, a bow, and a quiver of 20 arrows. Oh, and I'm sorry. On the south wall, there are 2 shields hung.
And we got those long swords from that last dig, right?
That is correct. Grimsby, Vroog, yeah, the bucket, it's full of stagnant water. It's sitting there. There's no moisture that you can see. It looks like it's leaked out. Anything you wish to do?
Yeah, kick it over.
Okay, there is a hollow under the bucket that was completely concealed by it, and there are 2 small pouches.
Grimsby, have a look at this.
Okay.
As long as there's
Go
not a
take a look.
cylinder between the 2 small pouches, it's probably safe to look at.
Let's take a look at those 2 small pouches.
All right, at a glance,
Moving along.
they appear to be leather bags of some kind.
Pick them up and find out what's inside.
Okay. Oops. What is Grimsby's dex?
19.
Nice.
19. Yeah, so you're not surprised when you pick it up and this horrible, fleshy giant scorpion that's as long as you are tall kind of cut, like you pick up the bag and start to turn it over and you realize you're pulling a giant, not giant scorpion, giant centipede out with it. And there's another one that's crawling up out. So you're not surprised. You are disgusted and horrified, however. Let's go around the room. Vroog, you're standing right there. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm definitely hacking that centipede.
Okay. Mark, what about Grimsby?
Screaming a very high-pitched scream and backing off quickly.
The Ned Flanders scream. Gotcha. Kevin, what about Tonstall?
I'll attack the one that's not by his hand.
Okay. And Mobius, how about Duran?
Yeah, if I can get a beat on that one that just came out of the floor too, I'm going for that one. Not the one that's biting Vroog.
Okay. Let's go ahead and roll initiative. And I think we're over to we're over to Doomsword. Roll initiative, please.
Didn't I just? Maybe I didn't.
It doesn't matter. We're starting with you. Roll it. But it's
All
going to
right.
be.
Shit. I accidentally rolled. Hang on.
That's fine. I rolled a 6, so they're going to get an attack first.
Right.
All right. So Vroog. Ooh, that was close. I saw that 19 spin up. Yeah, it's trying to get its hollow poison-filled stinger into you and can't. Mark Grimsby.
Oh no. Oh, nice.
Yes, you're dancing around and this thing's like scuttling around and you're this kind of rapid, steady synthesizer beat. Do, 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 do. Anyway, video game joke. Counterattacks, please.
All right, I guess I'll start here. Oh, 20.
Yeah, you just split and it's destroyed.
I still like to roll my damage die.
That's fine. That's fine. The floor is now covered with a fine paste of giant centipede goo. Okay, and how about Grimsby is just breaking north with no delay. Kevin, what about Ponstall?
Yep, I got a 4. So
Yeah, you're just kind of stomping around and trying to get it. Mobius, roll for Duran as you lean out with your staff. Yeah, split. Go ahead and roll your damage because I don't think you get a strength bonus or anything. You could potentially leave it alive.
Come on, man. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
is
only
it
have rolled
supposed to be 2d6?
Yeah,
What the hell have you got there?
Told you I got
The Mace of Smiting.
Okay, you pop that one, and it proceeds to crawl up your staff towards you, so it'll be attacking you in the next round. New round, what is Vrug doing?
I'm killing the hell out of whatever's standing.
All right. Mark Grimsby has fled into the other room. What are you doing?
He's checking the pouch. Of course, he didn't drop it. He's looking inside.
Oh, but of course. Okay. It is full, and there were 2 pouches, but the pouch you picked up is full of 10 gold pieces.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay. So everybody else is trying to destroy the remaining centipede. I know what it's going to do. Let's roll initiative. And Mark, that's over to you.
KK. That button there.
damn it.
Ah.
Poison Hollow Fang.
Oh,
Oh. Okay. So that is going to be a point of damage. You see it stinging.
On whom?
That's going to be on Duran. Give me a saving throw versus poison. You are
Damn it, man.
You're getting a +4 on this Mobius, so that is a D20.
Come on, Duran. Don't even play around. Roll good.
oh no!
No. To really roll this time. That was just practice.
Yeah, that fell off the table.
Snatch the die up real quick. I got it. Okay. Duran, you are sickened. You are doubling over and vomiting, and you are combat ineffective now. You are not dead.
Oh, that's
You are not
better
dead.
than I assumed.
As I have said before on live streams, I go with the modules, except where it doesn't make any sense. And the module has these giant centipedes is causing sickness, not death.
Yeah, barf.
Nice guy, Gax.
Yeah, so he, the thing sticks into the arm, and he's like, guys, he is vomiting and sweating and shaking profusely, but the scorpion is still there. Scorpion centipede, and it drops off and starts crawling towards Tonstall's feet. Counterattacks, please.
14 AC 6.
Yeah, that's going to hit. Roll your damage. I know you want to.
Nice.
I do want to.
Pop. So it's destroyed. So there is but 1 bag left.
Let's collect the things, including Duran, and get the hell out of here.
Why is it so cold in here? Through shattered teeth.
So cold. So terribly, terribly cold.
Man, if I knew we was bringing a woman, I would have changed my mind.
What's in the other pouch?
That is 20 silver pieces.
Okay. Can we collect all this the swords, the daggers, the bow, etc., and with all our hirelings and the Sir Standard, who's not appearing in this film?
Yes,
And-
Sir not appearing in this adventure
and
will
get
help
ourselves
you
out of here?
Yes,
Pardon me for
that's
being
what you wish
bossy,
to do.
but I want to level up. I need to go.
Alrighty, so we'll make one more check as you guys quickly make your exit. You do not encounter anything untoward as you exit the orc lair. So, you're on your horses. You're on your way back to the keep. Mobius, the ground is pitching and rolling. You're throwing up, and it's bad. It's just bad. You can barely ride. Like, one of the men at arms is holding your horse's bridles, and they've tied your hands onto the pommel so you don't fall off.
Oh, this is worse than that time I drank that goblin grog.
Yeah, this is it's like goblin grog. This. All right. So you make it back to the keep. Greetings are shouted down to you. Hail, adventurers! They open the gates, and inward you go.
All right, so I was carrying that chest that we never opened, right?
Correct.
Anything beyond that is on you guys, I guess.
Yep.
I'll carry whatever's necessary to be carried as long as it's not bigger than I am.
Alrighty, so you've got various.
Full of swords.
Yeah, there was in the niche. There was also some swords, right?
There was 2 swords. Yeah.
2 swords in there, so we have 4 swords total.
Yes.
4 swords, 2 daggers, bow, 20 arrows. And Duran's the person who could cast Detect Magic tomorrow. I hope he feels better.
It better.
Just shaking, chattering teeth. Me too.
All right. Yeah, so Duran, you have a thoroughly unpleasant night. Everyone who took damage as you, when you rest in your apartment, if you took damage at the Caves of Chaos, you recover 1 hit point.
Right, and so back to that, because I was thinking about that between last session and this one. We have a private apartment that we share between ourselves.
That is correct.
Cool.
Vrug insisted on hanging an Iron Maiden silk tapestry on the wall, much to everyone's dismay.
Yeah, I did. There's a bunch of other
It's
shit
art.
too, but it doesn't matter. Right, and that thing's what, like a gold piece a day or 2 gold pieces a day or something like that?
No,
in terms of upkeep?
because you saved the tradesman and his wife. You are basically living rent-free at the keep for a year.
Awesome.
So in 1 year, we have to rescue 1 other person.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I ain't gonna be alive in a year.
Speaking about not being alive, can you break open this chest?
Yeah, I smash it.
All right.
Hang on. Let me get a mead.
Actually, Bill, here's a rules question to elucidate to the audience.
Mm-hmm.
I failed. Grimsby failed at his pick locks. Does that mean
Yes.
I can't pick that lock until I level up? How do you read
Yes.
that rule?
That is correct. You can't
So-
pick it until you level up. It thwarts your every attempt. It's kind of like computer broken. I have to go get another cert to figure out how to fix that computer. It is utterly beyond me. So I gotta go get another certification.
Okay, so we will have Vrug just break it.
All right.
Yeah, let's have a
pick
little
lock.
fun. I mean, I'm thirsty, right? So I assume that we go back to the tavern every time we come back. That's our first stop. So maybe we bring that right into the middle of the room.
Your cleric is green around the gills, so
Yeah, I don't know what you guys want to do with him.
I guess we'll give him some ginger ale and crackers and put him in bed.
okay.
Take him to that damn temple.
Ginger beer is actually a thing. Probably price it the same as small beer, but yeah, you can get him a ginger beer and some unleavened dried bread.
Yeah, and see if Grimsby will stay with him and make sure he's he gets some sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, give him some charcoal.
I'll drag that chest into the inn,
Okay.
All right.
right into the middle of it. Gather round.
Okay.
We be smashing this today.
It's like a pinata.
Okay. You beat on it with a mallet and an iron wedge until it opens. We're not going to sit here and make open door rolls all night. But yeah, it does pop open, and in short order, you are ankle deep in coins. You have 205 copper, 286 silver, 81 gold, and 13 platinum.
Ooh.
Nice.
How much gold was that?
Nice.
81 gold, 13 platinum.
Okay. I'm putting together the treasure list,
Okay.
just so y'all know.
Grimsby, the orc leader, had 31 gold on his person, and the ring you estimate is probably worth something around 700 gold.
Wow. Awesome. Cool.
Assuming I'm magical.
Yeah. That's why I want Duran to get better so he can kind of detect magic on this pile.
Is it the only reason?
Yep.
Yeah, really.
Well,
Basically, yeah. I mean, we like you and stuff, man, but you know.
I'm neutral honest, so yeah.
we go to Grimsby, so.
There are no true neutral characters. Yes, there are. Everybody.
Okay. So you have the treasure chest. You beat it open. You get all the coins. You have the ring. A day passes. Duran, you're feeling better.
Sweet.
What y'all gonna do?
Well, I wake up, I guess. I like, oh.
Lots of
was
mint leaves. Lots of mint leaves. Just
Yeah.
keep them coming.
Bad breath.
Hey, get this man a mojito.
Yeah, there you go.
And I guess I totally go over the pile and start looking it over.
Okay. Of note, the shield and the potion look like possible candidates. Maybe the ring, but the rest of it is just coin and some ordinary looking weapons.
First, when I get up, I go and I do my vestments and speak to my god and all that first. Then, after a cup of coffee and some more mint,
You switched religions for a full day. You were praying to the porcelain god.
I go over to the pile and start picking through it and looking at it like I was going through some of my piles yesterday. Hey, look, corn.
I apologize for interrupting. Was that shield the shield that I grabbed?
I assumed you put it there, but if you didn't, that's fine.
Yeah. Well, it was thrown to me, and I grabbed it. That's the shield you're talking about.
Yes.
And
I mean, if you put it with a pile to be detected, that's entirely up to you.
And you said that the
Absolutely.
ring seemed
Well,
magical?
if he didn't, he must be seeing me doing all my stuff by now. So he's probably like running over to chuck it in the center. So yeah, I cast detect magic on that pile.
The potion and the shield are both magical. Everything else, weapons, coins, ring, are all mundane.
All right, I chuck the shield back over to Rug since it's so light, like a frisbee.
Aye.
Catches it, takes off his fingers, and I also offer Rug the potion.
Hey, Tonstal. I think it's your turn.
Well,
It won't hurt much. You just chase it with a bit of whiskey.
I'll do what needs.
Okay. The inside of your mouth tingles a little bit. Where you'd bit in the corner of your mouth eating some hardtack, and that chipped tooth doesn't hurt anymore. That all seems to be healed up. You believe you have a potion of healing.
Yeah. Looks like it's a potion of healing, guys. I don't really
That's
like
right.
the taste of it, though.
Yeah, it cleared up that herpes nicely.
I'm gonna squeeze it up your butt. It is.
And
Come
the scroll,
on.
the scroll tube between Duran and
Yes,
Sir
that-
Standard.
that
They can
also
figure out
was.
which one it will be useful for. Whether it's magic,
Yeah, that
magic
is,
user or
it is a magic user scroll of fireball.
holy what?
It is a magic user scroll of fireball.
Nice.
Oh boy,
I'm allergic to
TK's gonna like that one.
Hey, he's gonna kill us with that one.
Yeah, he will. I know he will. I will be. Yeah. Anyway,
TK will become TPK.
so Grimsby does say this, but also as a meta comment. Grimsby is going to level up. Grimsby needs some cash, and he needs to find a place to level up. But also, Mark will be away for a few weeks. So, can we split this treasure, and then maybe Mark will play a hireling for the rest of the night, while Grimsby goes off to the Never Lands of training?
Well, where's Grimsby at on leveling?
He is
how many
over.
XP?
He's over XP, so he's not going to gain any more XP now. But he needs cash, and he also
Okay.
needs to find a place to train. And it doesn't seem like I've met any thief types in town yet. I've been trying.
That's not to say there are none.
I just haven't made any contacts yet. So
You just haven't made any contacts yet.
Yeah, I have to work to make the contacts. But yeah, so split some treasure. Shall we do that now? Shall we do that off screen? What do people want to do?
I'll leave that up to you guys as players. I, as the dungeon master, I'm show host, but I'm also dungeon master. So how you guys wish to split the treasure is entirely up to you.
Well, we got 47 minutes to kill some shit. I mean, some stuff.
That's 47 minutes of us using a calculator to divide treasure. It's thrilling video for YouTube.
Well, I can tell you I'm not going to level, so I don't care.
I already have enough XP for level 2. I got a new shiny shield.
Yeah. If we want to go adventure again, I'll go adventure.
All right. So as far as the potion goes, well, let's see. The magic user scroll of fireballs, just for the edification of everyone. Let's see. That is a 300 XP boon to your neighborhood magic user. The potion of healing. Who is taking the potion of healing?
Tonstal.
Or Duran.
Well, he's the cleric. I mean, we can give it to him, but then we're slapping all the healing on the one guy. Or Grimsby.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it if you guys want to. It's your call.
Either frontline.
Yeah, I mean, you could always toss it to somebody else. You could always toss it to somebody else if you're a frontline fighter. I think that's the best place for it. Either that or Grimsby. I mean, we probably don't want to stick to potion of healing in the cleric's hands, because he can heal.
Just let me know who's taking possession of it, gents.
Tonstal, you take it.
Okay, I'll take the potion.
All right. That is 200 XP for Tonstal.
Right.
And the shield, it looks like Vrug has claimed the shield, but I'll leave that up to you guys. You'll have to have it identified at the moneylender. He will charge you, of course, for that privilege.
Yeah, I suppose I need to go do that. What's he gonna charge? I mean,
he is going to charge you 200 gold to have it identified.
yeah, I mean, I'm good with that. Unless we want to roleplay it out or whatever.
Nope. He casts Identify and hands it back to you and said, that is a puissant aegis, most extraordinary. half elf. I'm sorry, he does not say half elf. He would not make that mistake. Half orc. In a nutshell, you now have a shield +2.
Wow.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, that's real nice. Is that cool with everybody?
Cool with me.
Yeah.
That nets you 500 experience points.
All right, I subtracted 200 from the gold pieces that I kept in storage.
All right.
Man, that's brilliant.
Well, that definitely will. Survivability goes up.
Big time.
Now, as far as fighting men, and your cleric, actually, and your magic user, they can all find people who can train them here in the keep. There are second level fighters. There is curate there. There is a magic user even there who can train you. I will leave that to Sir Standard Thane Kyle to determine whether or not he wants to spend the money or has the money. I know he'll have the XP because with the scroll and the wand of paralysis, that should definitely put him there. But you fighter and magic user types, do you guys have the funds and the desire to spend a week in training?
I ain't got the money. I got the XP, no money.
All right, and I'm sorry, you were saying something there, Kevin?
I don't have the XP. I'm half, so I got 1,000 still.
Okay.
What? How much money do you need, Brug?
It will be 1,500.
No, I have 445. I can lend toward your training.
Yeah, I've got 14 platinum, 255 gold, 2 electrum. Who cares about that other stuff? I mean, I've got like 300. I need like 1,200.
I don't have the gap. We do have a ring though, and other treasure to split. So,
yep.
Maybe we can make the difference.
Well, I think for our audience sake, Mark makes a valid point. Unless you guys are going to have the funds to do it just like that, we should probably do treasure distribution off camera. But those of you out there in the audience, fear not. I'll keep you guys up to speed with who's leveling and that sort of thing. We won't do any major role playing off screen because we're here for you guys, not just to educate but to entertain as well.
Oh yeah, let's kill shit.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty. So you are you going to rest up for a day before you head back to the caves rather?
Yes, please.
Alrighty.
Grocery is at full health. Woo.
Where did it go? There it is.
Shall we finish off looking through the orc area?
Somebody's two-finger typing.
It's usually me.
Alrighty. Yeah. What do, where to? Nothing untowards happens when you head back out to the caves. Sir Standard is actually. Sir Standard's like, look, I might be a little trigger happy on that fireball. I'm gonna hang back and stay with the man at arms here.
Okay. You watch the horses.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'll do. Sure. Alrighty. Where are you guys headed?
Shall we finish the orc area?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
Indeed.
So we'll head back to the orc lair that we entered. There are, I think, at least one or two more places we haven't looked.
Alrighty. Usual marching order, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Grimm's will be out in front scouting.
All right. Alrighty. Let me see here. The caves seem to be fairly deserted. You don't encounter anything as you are poking around in it. Are you going back over to the room where you had found the wall?
Well, so when we enter the orc cave, there's to the right is a small room. There was a couple orcs there. To the
Mhm.
left is a larger room with another connected room. That's where we battled a whole bunch of them. Correct?
A couple
Correct.
sessions back. Yeah.
Is how many exits are from that? Is there? Because my map's a little screwed up. I think there's one to the north. Is there two to the north from the common area?
Let's see. Let me see if I can sort out which one you're talking about.
It's if we walk into the orcs and turn a left. I guess there's a big room there.
Okay. I get what you're saying now. That is correct. There's kind of a junction to your right, but just a little bit down from that is a large open area with many exits out of it.
Okay. And we went up north on one of those exits when we followed the women orcs that were fleeing.
That is correct. You went up a slope.
And there are other exits from the main room that we haven't explored yet.
Let me see. There are a couple of small rooms. Let me see if you've explored over there. No, actually, you guys have fairly cleaned this section out. You ran. There's a room with a locked door to the north and to the right that you haven't been in yet.
Okay, so
Right.
if you don't mind, let's move our ways up there, and Grimsby will check for traps and see if he can unlock the door.
Alrighty. Does not appear to be trapped, Grimsby.
Okay, let's try to open it.
All right.
Nice.
Your locks failed. That is not to say that somebody couldn't force it. If somebody wants to attempt to
It's the 75. Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was a 50.
Was that a 75? Yeah.
I will have to bust it open.
You know what? I'll take out my hand axe and chop on that thing.
Okay.
Till it comes down.
All right.
Or until we get screwed.
All right, so you think you've just about got this ripped down. That was a 1. And as you're all kind of standing there listening, I'll have to double check. Pardon me.
Another 18 halflings.
Yeah. You hear Grimsby say,
Let's eat them, boys.
actually. Entering the chamber, well, not the chamber, entering the hallway behind you. Let's roll this. You're not surprised. There is a small group of gnomes.
That's almost worse than orcs.
Do you say that loud?
No, I don't say that out loud, but I think it.
Grimsby greets the gnomes in a confused manner, like in Gnomish. Hello.
Okay.
What are you doing here?
One of them smiles and doffs his pointed hat and bows lowly and says, "Greetings, tall cousin. We have recently heard that there were monsters, perhaps with treasure or causing trouble." And I should point out, they're all saying pieces of this separately. So, like, one says greetings, the other one says tall, a third one says cousin.
Even more annoying than I thought.
It's worse than you possibly thought. As they, in the round, explained to you that they had heard that there was some trouble in the frontier near the keep on the borderlands, and trouble usually means humanoid tribes, and humanoid tribes usually means nature destroying thugs. So they came here to try and hopefully at least find out if there was a clear and present danger to their houses and their kin, not to mention lending a hand with the helpless humans of the keep if possible.
I am the enemy.
Grimsby in Gnomish waves them off and says, "Don't pay attention to the big man there."
Okay, they're very startled and off-put by him, but they do not attack because Grimsby has already spoken nicely to them. Grimsby, one of them says, "If your mother's still sick, we can take her a couple of flowers. It's not more than a 10-mile jaunt away." He just said something to you, and thieves can't.
He's telling me where I can go to meet up with like-minded individuals.
No, he was asking if you want somebody standing very close by taken care of.
Now, mother's fine. I'll visit her later, or something.
Sure,
I speak
but if
Gnomish, but not thieves' camp. So
not these can. Sure, but if you'd like to send her a nice apple or a bottle of wine, if you'd like us to poison that troublesome individual's food or drink, just say the word and we'll prepare a basket for them. They'll be buried in a place that never be found.
That's quite sweet of you. Perhaps I'll have to look you up and we can chat over a few beers.
They're looking around and say, one of them very openly says, "So, this place smells of orc. It looks like orc, and
Nope.
broke up and down."
Now, he's done pretty good killing the orcs around here.
Yeah, it smells a man.
Most excellent. Is there any coin left here?
Doesn't have anything to drink yet today. He's a little grumpy.
Grimsby leans in and says, "If there are, the coin is ours. We get rid of the orcs."
Oh, but of course, cousin. Of course, we're just asking how things are going. Having trouble with that door?
Actually, yes, but I think my friend here has just about chopped it down.
Oh, but of course, please continue on. Again, they're now going back in cadence round talking, and it's...
Varug, could you finish chopping on that door?
Man, I was trying till your family showed up.
The family reunions are getting in the way.
It's just a couple more hacks, and the door swings open.
I'm going to gesture towards them and ask them if they speak common.
Well, yes, they've been speaking in common.
Oh, I thought they were speaking Gnomish.
No, Grimsby keeps speaking Gnomish.
Oh.
Okay, so this is room 11. If anyone knows where I'm getting the not in the party, I think Mark probably knows this. But if anyone is getting the reference of the gnomes all speaking separate words to string together complete sentences, feel free to say. Okay, this is obviously a storage chamber. There are stacks and heaps of supplies here. There are 3 shields, 17 spears, and 2 battle axes. They are oiled. They are wrapped in oil cloth. They are in excellent condition. There's a small crate in the far northeast corner that contains a crossbow and 60 bolts.
Wow.
Grimsby will take a look around to see if there's any secret things.
All right. Grimsby, if there were any secret doors or anything in here, you absolutely would have found them.
Well, gentlemen, we have found their storeroom. Could probably take this stuff back and sell it. Maybe at least bring it back to our horses. Drop it off there.
Indeed.
And then pick another
Better in our
another
hands than
cave
in
to go
theirs.
into. Sorry, what?
It's better in our hands than in theirs, anyways.
Yep.
If we do go back to the horse, I want to ask our man-at-arms if he saw those gnomes come in.
Both he and Sir Standard are like, no, we didn't.
Okay.
And one of them actually does pipe up at this point because they're just kind of moseying along with you unless you tell them to stop. They're walking along and talking to their tall cousin Grimsby about various affairs of the smaller end of the demi-human world. But yeah, they remark, "Oh no, we've been in here for quite a while." It's like listening to Fantasy GLaDOS.
So what else have you found? We've been in several of these caves. What have you found? Let's share some information.
Well, only a bunch of dead orcs with purses cut off and heads cut open.
Good. You've seen our handiwork. Mostly Vroogs, frankly. Excellent.
Oh, most excellent. Orcs are filthy creatures. One of them pops up and says, except perhaps for one of your parents. I'm sure they were wonderful people. Let me see. Oh, there was a question from Vaughn. I'm sorry, Vaughn. I missed your question way back half an hour ago. Inches are measured outside differently than inside. That is because it is essentially a holdover from wargaming. Plus, you are generally more maneuverable outside. I mean, think about it. Accurately throwing a football down the hall of your house versus accurately throwing a football down the sidewalk. So, okay.
Well, gentlemen, and I'm addressing our party, not the gnomes that are now our groupies, I guess. We've taken this stuff out. We've put it with our men-at-arms. Do we want to go pick another cave? What do we want to do? Okay. Grimsby bids the gnomes good day. We have business to attend to. I wants to know if they're staying at the keep. There could be other things he wishes to discuss with them. Family matters.
Well, we will be staying throughout the night. So, yes, perhaps.
Okay.
Hey, TJ, how are you? Good to see you, TJ.
Then let's pick another cave.
Oh, I did miss some supers here. I'm sorry, this is from earlier. Due on 92, Dylan, hello. Dorn, my players always forget to divvy out the healing. Good on you, man. And Wenger said, those aren't chairs at 10 o'clock. All right. So thank you both very much for the super. I apologize for missing that earlier. That's why I have 2 monitors. Perhaps I should have 3. Be like David Bowie in The Man Who Fell to Earth. Just this big wall of televisions in front of me. Okay. But thank you all very much for the supers. That helps keep the lights on around here. It really do. So yes, the gnomes are headed back to the keep. You guys are headed further into the caves. We are all at your service.
I make sure they leave. I'm gonna hang out until they're like out of the cave.
All right, they amble on down the hill. They're whistling, you know.
I think we're fighting the wrong enemy here.
Over at Grimsby, I'm like, I'm so happy you don't do that.
All right, so you're headed back into the caves.
Yeah, which cave do we want to hit this time? I think there was the Cobalt Cave, and above it was the Orc Cave we just dealt with. I think there's another cave on the second level, a little bit further. I guess it's west, to the left.
Sounds good to me.
Right.
Is that the cave that had the
I think we hit all the
nasty
bottom ones.
the
The ooze.
the hell was it? Ooze?
Yeah, I think that's
The
down at the
putrid
bottom, way all the way at the back.
Yeah. It's on the ground level.
Yeah, that's all the way in the back of the ravine.
Now there is about midpoint along from this cave entrance. I mean, you know, it's a good 30, 40, 70, 80, 90, 100. It's a good 150, 200 feet due west of where you are at about this same height. There is another opening. So you don't have to go down or any further than that if you want to go in this one.
Copy it.
Sounds like that's what we want to do.
Okay.
Shall Grimsby scout ahead, or do you, Brood, with your new shield, do you just want to go on in?
Grimsby always scout ahead.
Okay, Grimsby will do the job and scout on ahead.
Do that thing. Yeah, you're slipping as you're walking. Gravel's falling down. You're not being precisely quiet when you make it to the cave mouth entrance. Looking in with the sun streaming in, you can very clearly see that it goes in 10 feet, and there's immediately a 4-way intersection. Obviously, the path you're on goes north, and you've got an opening to the left and an opening to your right as you look north.
I will proceed in just to be able to look down the halls and look up the straight hall a little bit and see if I can hear anything.
Okay, the straight hall looking due north, it only goes about 30 feet and then turns back to the east. To the right, the hall goes 30 feet and then makes a 90-degree turn to the south. To the left, you are not surprised to see to the left some orcs.
Grimsby quickly says in Orc, "Hello, goodbye," and runs out.
They are absolutely caught flat-footed with surprise. You can say hello and goodbye and just get out of Dodge. What was that? Let me see. What number was that? Okay. Yeah, that is a common room, and there are some orcs in there. There are 9 male orcs, and you think you see some females and some young sort of milling around in there, and they kind of look at you dumbfounded. And you say, "Hello, goodbye, and turn and leave. And then you hear them bellowing in hatred and anger behind you. The rest of you outside see Grimsby come darting out of the cave.
I flushed them out. Your job.
Did
now.
we hear anything?
You did not, no.
All right.
There's only a few, Varuk, maybe a dozen. They should be fine.
Well, I'll wait out here. I'm getting ready to hack anything that comes out of the cave.
Grimsby's getting out of melee range of the entrance to the cave.
Okay. Well, a round passes, just a minute of time passes, and you see, sure enough, at least 6 orcs, maybe as many as 9, are rushing out of the opening at you guys. They're yelling, they're beating on their shields with their sword, they're raising a general commotion and a ruckus. At second look, it does appear just to be like 5, now that you can make it out. So let's go ahead and get declarations. Vrug, you're going to fight them?
Yes, sir.
Mark, what is Grimsby going to do?
Can he use a sling without hitting his fellow compatriots?
Not once melee starts, you won't be able to, no.
Then he's just going to stay out of trouble for now.
All right, Kevin, what about Tonstal?
Yeah, I'm going to yell, suck it an orc, and slice.
And Mobius, how about Duran?
Duran's going to start casting Bless.
Okay. TJ was asking if these are the Masonic gnomes from the Citadel's End. These are not. This was just a random encounter. So let's roll initiative, and I can't remember where we were at, so I'm going to say Mobius, roll initiative for us, please, sir. I got a 5. You guys got a 2, so that is going to be an orc on Vrug, an orc on Tonstal, and an orc on... I'm sorry, Mark, did you just say Grimsby was getting out of the way?
Yeah, he's staying out of trouble.
Okay. An orc on a man-at-arms, we'll say. So, orc on Vrug. That's a miss. Orc on Tonstal.
Type.
I don't think that's going to hit you, because Tonstal's what, armor class 2?
1. AC 1.
1, yeah, that's not going to hit you. Orc on you. Got this feeling down deep in this soul that I just can't lose. And that maybe your men-at-arms are armor class 6, I think, right?
I do believe so.
We should give him that
Yeah, I
chainmail.
think so.
We should have given them the chainmail. If they survive, we'll definitely do that.
One of them.
I like the chainmail.
Men
Don't think about it
survive.
until combat.
All right,
Chain
so
pellet closers.
that
It's going to be awfully tight. It's made for a dwarf.
well, there were some man size, but 14. Yeah, unfortunately, that is going to hit, and that man-at-arms takes 6 points of damage. He cries in pain as he is stabbed by the orc's short sword. So, counter attacks, if you please. That's going to miss. Grimsby is doing nothing. That is going to hit.
16.
Tonstal.
Okay.
16. Roll your damage.
All right. Let's see. What is it? Plus 3. 11. I've been really good.
That
on
is
the
a
eights
dead
today.
orc. One leaps over him and immediately jumps into place. So there are now 4 orcs out here. And I'll roll for 2 of the men-at-arms. A miss and a miss from the men-at-arms. So, new round. And I think we're over to Doomsword for initiative, but second verse, same as the first. Bless has gone off. You are all blessed. You are at +1 to hit. They are at -1 to hit, I believe. Is that bless or is that prayer?
It's prayer, I think.
Yeah.
I know we at least got a +1 to hit.
Yeah.
Right.
+1
And
to
then
hit,
prayer.
+1 saves or
Yeah.
something.
+1 to hit, +1
Right.
morale on hirelings.
All right. 6.
Yes.
4. All right. Party goes first. You guys are all at +1. You are fighting at +1. 17. That is a.
Nice. I meant to add 3 to that. It's 10.
That is a dead orc. You slash another one down. 3 orcs remaining.
I said
That
suck
is
it!
not gonna hit.
As I whiff.
I said suck.
Yeah. It sucks. Yeah.
Oh, with bless up, is Duran going to melee?
Certainly is.
Okay, make your attack. There are 3 orcs remaining.
So that's 13.
12, 13. Let me double check. You are hitting the class of armor. You are hitting the class of armor. 12, 13. Will not hit. So counterattacks. That's going to be 1 on Vrug, 1 on Tonstal, and 1 on Duran.
Men at arms?
Yeah, men at arms. Thank you. I just caught that. I see a 20.
Oh.
That is a hit. Man to arms. All right, he injures 1 quite badly. Initiative, and let's go to Mark for initiative, or did you roll last round?
Nope, I'll roll now.
All right. Party goes first.
Miss.
That would miss.
No.
That will. Duran. That is a hit. You smash him with your mace. Roll some
Nice.
Batter up,
Nice.
smack him with my staff.
die. Just pow. He just tumbles down the ravine, just bleh, and he is just falling straight backwards. You notice that these orcs are not doing very well out here in the sun either. They're not liking this at all. Men at arms.
Yeah, and some respect.
One of your men at arms that maybe. Yeah, you know that they're not going to be able to fight well in the open sun like this. They're Vrug. 14. I think these guys are. Let me see here. Yeah, that's not going to hit. Okay. There are 3 left. All right, so on Vrug. Woo, saw that 20. That's a miss. Let's see. On Tonstal. 16, your armor class 1. I don't think that's going to hit, even with a 16. Let's have a quick gander.
The armor class is the hack for this module. And anything that's low level.
It really is. It really is. I used to debate with a friend of mine, God rest his soul, about what was better, a +1 sword or a +1 shield. And his mindset was that it was a +1 shield all day, every day. And
All day.
I kind of couldn't disagree with it. The averages will play with you on hitting, but making them play against the bad guy on getting hit is as beneficial as having both. When you think about it. So that is a miss for him, and the last one swings on the Ron. That is a miss. Okay, new round. I think we may, it's 10:51, so we're probably on the East Coast here. So we're probably going to wrap after this round. So let's go ahead and roll initiative if we could, please. And that is initiative for Kevin. Did you roll, or did I just skip you?
I haven't rolled yet.
Yeah, I think
Sorry,
it's his turn.
No
Roll
worries,
initiative,
Dad.
my friend.
No offense taken. Oh,
It is a tie. It is an initiative tie, which will come down to weapon speed. They have short swords. You have long swords. So they will actually go first. But let me see here. They're looking kind of unsure, but they have their backs to the cave, so they can leap back in there. So short sword attack on Vrug. That is a miss. Short sword attack on Duran. That is a miss. And short sword attack on Tonstal. That is a miss. Counterattacks, gentlemen. Let's end this farce.
Nice.
That is a hit.
Oh, yeah. $5 points.
5. That's enough to kill him. There's 2 orcs remaining.
Sweet.
Tonsil. That's not
7.
going to do it. Duran. That is. Pow. Roll your damage.
Nice.
Yeah, you just send another one tumbling
Right up under
backwards
the
off
chin.
the cliff. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. And the 2-minute arms attacking the remaining one. One of them actually does spear him because he is throwing down his spear and trying to run away. And he takes a 4-point spear blow in his back. You guys will all get an attack on him at +4 to round up this combat. So he's just fleeing, but let's roll initiative to see if he can get in there. And I think we'll take it all the way back around to Doomsword to close us out for the night.
I think we were on Duran, though. I mean,
It doesn't matter. Somebody roll initiative. You probably lose. He did lose. Everybody gets to attack him at +4. 11. You're under a bless. That's 12. I think that probably hits. Actually, 12 for a first level fighter. Or was that Duran? Okay. Yeah, that's not going to hit. Who's next?
Tonstal.
All right. I got a +7, so 13.
13. 13 will miss. No, wait. I was looking at the level 0. Yeah, no, that actually will miss. Vrug, it's up to you.
Kill it. Oh,
Miss.
All right, and I'll roll for the 2-minute arms.
please hit him.
15, 16, 17, 18.
That'll work.
18 will hit.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, through his back and out his chest, he falls dead. There are a couple of orcs dead at the bottom of the ravine, and these 3 are kind of sliding a little bit down, and you have the cave entrance in front of you, and that is where we're going to leave that tableau. Now, I want to thank everybody who participated tonight. Thank you, of course, to all my players, to everyone who watched. I do apologize for missing your supers. So let me again say thank you to Vaughn Gifford, thank you to Vinger, and thank you very much to Dylan Duhan92. It is normally my place to thank you guys as your supers pop up. I did not. My windows were poorly arranged. Let me just say that. So, folks, if you're just stopping by and you like what we do here, please leave this video a thumbs up. Give it a like. If you haven't already subscribed, click the bell icon for notifications. When you click that subscribe button, leave a comment down below and tell us what you like about these live streams, and we'll keep doing it. Leave a thumbs down if you don't like them and tell us what you don't like about them, and we'll fix that. So, and of course, I want to remind everybody that tonight's video was brought to you by our friends at Hellabard Games. Hellabard makes the kind of adventures that they'd like to play, whether it's for Castles and Crusades, the OSR, or 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. Old School is in play at the table with Hellabard Games, and you can check them out at DriveThru RPG or on their own website, hellabardgames.com. Gentlemen, it has been an absolute sagacious gas. So big ups to my audience tonight. Again, I appreciate it. You are all awesome. I'll be back tomorrow. Kyle will be here in the house. Who knows what we're going to get up to? Who knows what kind of trouble we're going to cause? Thursday, Matt Finch of Mythmere Games will be here. He's got something very cool I think you guys are going to want to see, whether you're OSR, whether you're Swords and Wizardry, OD&D, or maybe even AD&D or basic D&D. You're going to want to see what he's bringing to the table. Friday night, of course, we will be here to play some Gamma World. Same bat time, same bat channel. But until then, may your hair remain free of sturges, and may your caves always be infested with owl bears. Peace.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere, in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle, way off course? Naked as a toad, all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.